All right, let's talk about how to hit that shot that every golfer wants to hit at least once in their life, and that's to backspin the ball on the green when you hit your wedge. Okay? To do this, you need to understand a little bit of physics, but first and foremost, let's go over Captain Obvious, right? Fresh grooves. I don't want any grass in the grooves so I can create some spin, because this is all going to be about spin. So good grooves, clean grooves, and a premium golf ball. Without those two, it's going to be difficult. Now let's talk about the physics. So the goal here, obviously, is to create more spin, right? If I want this ball to spin, to backspin, it needs to hit the ground while it's backspinning, right? So how do you create spin? You got two ways to create spin. It's either the club head speed, the faster the club is moving, the more spin you can create, or increase what's called your spin loft. I want to go over both of those real quick. So one of the biggest problems that we see with players with wedges in their hand is they're decelerating. They're trying to lift the ball up and decelerate. Remember what I just said, for wedges, if you want the ball to backspin, I need speed through the bottom, right? So make sure you release, increase your club head speed, the spin's going to go up. That's the number one thing. Next thing is spin loft. So what's spin loft? The spin loft is the difference between the attack angle and the loft of the wedge. If I look at the slope at which your wedge is attacking the ball. So in other words, imagine I'm swinging down into a ball. That would be a negative attack angle, okay? Now remember what I said, there's two ways to increase spin. Swing the wedge faster and increase your spin loft. So how do I increase my spin loft? I want a lot of loft and I want a downward attack angle, okay? Now you can get to a point where it's too much, like almost like a slice on a racket where it can actually not have enough friction. But for most people, the key here is feel like you're swinging down, but make sure you're adding loft. What a lot of people do wrong with a wedge is they say, oh, I'm trying to hit down to try and create more spin. But as they're hitting down, what are you doing to the face? You're closing the face, right? So imagine if my normal swing looks like this. Okay, I'm swinging down, and let's say I have 20 degrees of loft and I have 20 degrees of down. My spin loft is the difference between the two, which is 40 degrees. If I just try and swing down more and I don't do anything different, my spin's not going to change. It's still the same spin loft. Even worse, if I swing down more and I de-loft, now my spin loft goes down, I don't have any spin, right? So the key here is if you look at great wedge players, not only are they creating downward attack angle, the face is open. They're using the bounce of the club. As they use the bounce of the club, the face is pointing to the sky, spin loft goes up, and guess what? You get the backspin everybody's looking for. That's how you spin your wedges.